welcome back to my life. I told you the new setup we were going to be doing. We are in the second book of Enoch, and this is the last part. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's set up my screens. We're gonna do some screen little share. I need to stop doing that. I really need to stop doing that. Okay, second book of Enoch. Share screen. And we're here. 68. Enoch was born on the 6th day of the month of Tevan, and he lived for 365 years. And he was taken up into heaven in the month of Nisan on the 1st day. And he remained in heaven for 50 days, writing down all those notes about all the creatures which the Lord has created. And he wrote 366 books, and he handed them over to his sons. And he remained on the earth for 30 days talking with them. And then he was taken up to heaven again in the month of Tevan on the 6th day. On the very same 6th day on which he was even born at the very same hour. And as every person has in his nature the darkness of this present life, so also he has his conception and birth and departure for his life. In the hour in which he was conceived, in that hour also he is born. And it says, in that also he departed. And Methuselah, or Methuselah, it says his brothers and all the sons of Enoch hurried, and they constructed an altar at the place called Hexan, were since and where Enoch has been taken up to heaven, and obtained sheep, oxen. I thought we wasn't supposed to touch the ox, but they touching it. It says they summoned all the people, and they sacrifice they sacrifice sacrifices in front of the face of the Lord. It says, and all the people and the elders of the people and the whole assembly came to them to the festival and brought offering for the sons of Enoch, and they made a great festival and rejoicing and making merriment for 3 days, praising God who has given them such a sign through Enoch, his own favorite servant. Let's make a note of that. It says, even so that they might hand it on to their own sons from generation to generations, from age to age. Amen. On the 3rd day, you know what? I need to start putting like chapters and stuff. I have to go over it later. My bad. On the 3rd day, in the time of the eve, it says the elders of the people spoke to Methuselah, saying, "Stand in front of the face of the Lord, in the front of the face of all." I need to put some lip gloss on because my lip gloss is ashy. My lips is ashy. But anyway, let's continue on. In front of the face of all the people, and in front of the face of the altar of the Lord, and you will be glorified in your people. And Methuselah answered his people, "Wait, O man, until the Lord, the God of my father Enoch, shall himself rise up for himself." Okay, let's read that again. "Wait, O man, until the Lord, the God of my father Enoch, shall himself raise up for himself." So he's going to raise himself up. It says raise himself a priest of his own people. Oh, so he's raising up Enoch to be a priest. That's another point. Enoch is a priest. it says, and the people waited until that night in vain at the place Exan. It says, and Methuselah remained near the altar, prayed to the Lord, said, O Lord, the only one of the whole earth, who has taken away my father Enoch, you raised up a priest for your own people. There we go. Clarification. Thank you. And give their so is he the priest according to Melchizedek? Because the Levitical priesthood is not there. Think about it, y'all. Give their heart understanding to fear your glory and to perform everything in accordance with your will. Methuselah fell asleep, meaning he died. It says, and the Lord appeared to him, and I guess he didn't die. So he just fell asleep. It says, the Lord appeared to him in a night vision and said to him, listen, Methuselah, I am the Lord, the God of your father Enoch. Give heed to the voice of these people and stand in front of my altar, and I shall glorify you in the front of the face of all the people, and you will be glorified all the days of your life. I shall bless you. And Methuselah got up from his sleep and blessed the Lord who has appeared to him. And the elders of the people heard to Methuselah, and the Lord God directed Methuselah's heart to give heed to the voice of the people. And he said to them, the Lord is the one who has given grace to these people in front of my eyes today. And Sarkasan and Charmis and Zazas, the elders of the people, hurried and attired Methuselah in the desired garments and placed a blazing crown on his head. It says, and the people hurried, and they brought sheep and oxen and some birds. All of them has passed inspection for Methuselah to sacrifice in the name of the Lord and in the name of the people. And Methuselah came up to the Lord's altar, and his face was radiant, like shining, like the sun, as midday rising up, and with all the people in procession behind him. And Methuselah stood in front of the altar of the Lord, with all the people standing around the place of sacrifice. When the elders of the people has taken sheep and oxen, they tied their 4 legs together and placed them at the head of the altar. And they said to Methuselah, pick the knife and slaughter them in the required manner in the face of the Lord. So if you have been with me, make sure you like this video. It says, and Methuselah stretched out his hand to heaven. He called out to the Lord, thus saying, accept me, O Lord, who am I to stand at the head of your place of sacrifice and over the head of the people, these people. And now, O Lord, look upon your servant and upon all these people. Now all the iniquity, let them come to pass, and give a blessing to your servant in front of the face of all the people, so that they may realize that you are the one who has appointed me to be a priest over your people. And it happened when Methuselah has prayed that the altar was shaken, and the knife rose up from the altar. What the hell? This is some poltergeist type of stuff. But this is God doing. And leap into Methuselah's hand in front of the face of all the people. And the people trembled and glorified God. I would tremble too. I would be scared. I would run away. What the fuck? But it went in his hand, so it's like no, it didn't cause him harm. It says Methuselah was honored in front of the face of the Lord and in front of the face of all the people. From that day, Methuselah took the knife and slaughtered all that had been brought by the people. And the people rejoiced greatly, and they made merry in front of the face of the Lord, in front of the face of Methuselah on that day. And then the people went off to their own shelters, each one of them 70. It says, and Methuselah began to stand at the altar in front of the face of the Lord and all the people for that day for 10 years, hoping in an eternal inheritance, and having duly taught all the earth and all his own people. And there was not one single person turning himself away in vanity from the Lord during all the days that Methuselah lived. And the Lord blessed Methuselah and was gratified by his offering, by his gift, and by every kind of service which he performed in front of the face of the Lord. And when the time of departure days of Methuselah arrived, the Lord appeared to him in a night vision and said to him, listen, Methuselah, I am the Lord, the God of your father Enoch. I want you to know that the day of your life have come to an end, and the day of your rest has come close. Call near, call nigh or near. I'm gonna say near. Call near the second son of your son Lamech, born after Noah. It said, yeah, we're gonna say Noah, and it says, invest in him in the garments of your consecration, and make him stand at my altar, and tell him everything that will happen in his day, for the time of the destruction of all the earth, and every human being in of everything that live on the earth is drawing near. For in his days there will be a very great breakdown on the earth, for each one has begun to envy his neighbor. It sounds like now. And people against people have destroyed boundaries, and the nations wage war, and all the earth is filled with violence and blood and every kind of evil. And even more than that, they have abandoned their Lord. This is when they abandon the Lord, this is the apostate. It says, and they will be obscene to unreal gods, and to the vault above the sky, and to what moves above the earth, and to the wages of the sea. And the adversary will make himself great, and will be delighted with his deed to my great provocation. Okay. So Satan was, and no, never mind. That's wrong story. It says, and all the earth will change its seasons, and every tree and every fruit will change their seed, anticipating the day of destruction. It says, and all the race will change on the earth by my conflagration, and then I shall give the command. The bottomless will be poured out over the earth. The bottomless. The bottomless. I mean, that's probably talking about space. Right, and the great storage of the waters of heaven will come down upon the earth in a great substance, and in accordance with the first substance. And the whole constitution of the earth will perish, and the earth will quake, and it will be deprived of its strength from that day. Then I will preserve the son of your son Lamech, his first son Noah, right? And from his seed I will raise up another world, and his seed will exist forever until the second destruction, when once again mankind will have committed sin in front of my face. And Methuselah leaped up from his sleep, and his dream was very disturbing. And he summoned all the elders of the people and recounted to them all that the Lord had said to him, all the vision that had been revealed to him by the Lord. And all the people were disturbed by his vision. And they answered him, the Lord is Lord, and he will act in accordance with his own will. And now, Methuselah, you do everything just as the Lord has told you. And Methuselah summoned near the son of Lamech, Noah's youngest brother, and he invested with him the vesture of priesthood in front of, I forgot to put on my ear, into the vessel of priesthood in front of the face of all the people, and made him stand at the head of the altar of the Lord. And he taught him everything that he would have to do among the people. It says, and Methuselah spoke to the people, here is near, and he will be in the front of your face from the present day as a prince and a leader. It says, and the people said to Methuselah, let it be so for us in accordance of your word. It says, and you will be the voice of the Lord, just as he said to you. And when Methuselah had spoke to the people in front of the altar, his spirit was controverted, and having is that like eyes rolling in the back of your head? I think so. And having kneeled on his knees, he stretched out onto his hands to heaven and prayed to the Lord. And as he was praying to him, his spirit went out in accordance with the will of God. So he died. It says, and near, and all the people hurried and wait, hold up. Did he have a seizure? And all the people heard and constructed a sepulchre for Methuselah in the place of Hakazan, very thoughtfully adorned with all his holy things, with his lap. He had a seizure. And near came with many praises, and the people lifted up Methuselah's body, glorifying God. They performed the service for him at the sepulchre which they had made for him, and they covered him over. And they said, how blessed was Methuselah in front of the face of the Lord, in front of the face of, of all the people. I want to know, was Methuselah, was he that type, was he the person that the sons uh of Cain's line that did not obey, like the Nephilim and stuff, like the sons of the Watchers? Was it them, or was it the next guy down the line? They obeyed Enoch, yes. Yes, they did. But was it him? And when they went to go away to their own place, Near said to the people, hurry up to get day and bring sheep and bulls and turtle doves and pigeons, so that you may make a sacrifice in front of the face of the Lord today. And they go away to your and then go away to your houses. And the people gave heed to Near the priest, and they hurried, and they brought them and tied them up at the head of the altar. And then took the knife of sacrifice and slaughtered all that has been brought to sacrifice in front of the face of the Lord. And all the people make merry in front of the face of the Lord. And on that day they glorified the Lord. And they glorified the Lord. They glorify the Lord. It says, the God of heaven and earth, the God of Near. And from that day there was peace and order over all the earth and the days of Near, 202 years. It says, and then the people turned away from the Lord, and they began to be envious one against another, and people went to war against people, and races rose up against race. Sounds like now, y'all. And struggled and insulted one another. Even if the lips were the same, nevertheless the hearts chose different things. For the devil became ruler for the third time. It says the first was before paradise. The first was before paradise, meaning before the Garden of Eden. The second was in paradise, meaning Garden of Eden. The third was after paradise and continued right up to the flood. So is the third, did the Tower of Babel already happen yet? Because that could be the third time. And there arose a dispensation and great turbulence. Y'all, I want y'all to go check out my book Before Time Began on Wattpad. You know what? Let me show you. You know what? To be honest, I think I should put a new picture up, like, so it can get more revenue. Let's see. Hold on. Wattpad. I have to sign in. No, I don't. Good. And it's the first pop-up. Share this tab instead. You see that Before Time Again? Make sure y'all check it out on Wattpad. And it still is ranking 1 in Israelite. Look at that. Before Time Again, 7 chapters, you see? Go watch it. Go read it. My bad. It says, and Near the priest heard and was greatly aggrieved, and he said in his heart, in truth, I have come to understand how. I make sure I put the link in the description bar below so you can click it. It says, in truth, I have come to understand how the time has arrived in the saying which the Lord said to Methuselah, the father of my father. And also, I just want to shout out is that the first book I wrote on Wattpad called Arranged Marriage is like, don't you know the Hebrew wedding model? I kind of made it like in a modern terms, and it's like a parable which I review myself as the bride of Christ, and I'll make sure I show you that. Arranged marriage right here. And you see I got the name Brianna. My name is Braisha. So yeah. And then the guy, his name is Joshua, I think. Think about it. And this is 14 chapters. And I love it. So we are going to go back to Enoch. Hey, y'all, I was not expecting me to promote my stuff. But I was not expecting that. Okay, I'm going to read this one again. It says, and near the priest heard and was greatly aggrieved, and he said in his heart, in truth, I have come to understand how the time has arrived, and the sayings what the Lord said to Methuselah, the father of my father Lamech. Behold, the wife of Ner, whose name was Sophiam, being sterile and never having at any time given birth to a child by Ner. And Sophia was in the time of her old age, and in the day of her death she conceived in her womb, but near the priest had not slept with her, nor had he touched her. For the day that the Lord has appointed him to conduct the liturgy in front of the face of the Lord, when Sophia saw her pregnancy, she was ashamed and embarrassed, and she hid herself during all the days until she gave birth, and not one of the people knew about it. And when 282 days has been completed, the day of the birth has begun to approach. And Ner remembered his wife, and he called her to himself in his house so that he might converse with her. And Sophia came to Ner, her husband. Behold, she was pregnant. And the day appointed for giving birth was drawing near. And Ner saw her, he became very ashamed. And he said, what is this have you done, O wife? And why have you disgraced me in front of the face of these people? And now depart from me and go where you began to disgrace of your room, so that I might not defile my hands on account of you, and the sin in front of the face of our God. And Sophia spoke to Ner, her husband, said, oh my Lord, behold, it is the time of my old age, and the day of my death has arrived. And I do not understand how my menopause and the barrenness of my womb has been reversed. And Ner did not believe his wife. And for the second time he said, depart from me, or else I might assault you. Yeah, hit you, right. And commit a sin in front of the face of the Lord. Let me put that down right there. Second Enoch, what? Wait. Okay, I just need a chapter. Is this 71? Yeah, this is 71. Wow, when you hit on a woman, it's a sin. Wow. Hitting on women. Sin. Wow. We coming with something. Hey. And it came to pass when Ner had spoken to his wife Sophia, and Sophia fell down at Ner and died. And Ner was extremely depressed, and he said in his heart, could this have happened because of my words, since by my word and thought a person can sin in front of the face of the Lord? Now my God had had mercy upon me, and I know in truth in my heart that my hands was not upon her. And so I said, glory to you, O Lord, because no one among mankind knows about this deed which the Lord has done. It says, and Ner hurried, and he shut the door of his house and went to Noah his brother, and he reported to him everything has happened in connection with his wife. And Noah hurried, and he came with Ner his brother, and came into Ner house because of the death of Sophia, and they discussed between themselves how her womb was at the time of giving birth. And Noah said to Ner, don't let yourself be sorrowful, Ner, my brother, for the Lord today has covered up our scandal. So you slept with her? It says, in that nobody from the people knows this. Now, what the fuck? So you slept with her, Noah? Now let us go quick. So did you rape her in her sleep? How in the fuck did she not know? Was she drunk? Now let us go quickly and let us bury her secretly. This is some wicked shit. And the Lord will cover up the scandal of our shame. And it says they placed Sophia on the bed, and they wrapped her around with black garments, supposed to be white, and shut her in the house, prepared for burial. They dug a grave in secret. And the child came out from the dead Sophia, and he sat on the bed at her side. And Noah and Ner came in to bury Sophia, and they saw the child. And sitting beside the dead Sophia and wiping his clothes. Noah and Ner were very terrified with a great fear because the child was fully developed physically. This sounds like the original God. Right. It says like a 3-year-old. And he spoke with his lips and he blessed. Oh, this is Methuselah. No, this is Melchizedek. My bad. Right. Melchizedek. Yeah. I remember reading this. And blessed the Lord. And Noah and Ner looked at him. And behold, oh yeah, I know what happened. This was no infidelity. This was not infidelity at all. And Noah and Ner looked at him, and behold, the badge of priesthood was on his chest, and it was glorious in appearance. And Noah and Ner said, "Behold, God is renewing the priesthood from blood related to us, just as He pleased." And Noah and Ner hurried, and they washed the child and dressed him in the garments of priesthood, and they gave him the holy bread, and he ate it, and they called his name Melchizedek. It says, and Noah and Ner lifted up the body of Sophia and divert. Let me tell you guys, did you know Melchizedek? This is the first immaculate conception. First, I don't know if this described it in this book or it described it in the third book, Enoch. But I did remember reading this, and I did remember publishing out on my old TikTok page. Hold on, wait, hold on. Let me get the book. Let me get the book. Let's pause here. I think we had 71. Okay, hold on. Okay, we're gonna keep reading there. It says, now they changed her garments now. Listen to this. It says, and Noah and Ner lifted up the body of Sophia and divested her of they changed. They changed her over the black garment, washed her, and clothed her in an exceptional bright garment, and they built a shrine for her. Noah and Ner Melchizedek came, and they buried her privately. And Noah said to his brother Ner, look after this child in secret until the time, because the people will be treacherous in all the earth, and they will begin to turn away from God, and having become totally ignorant, they will put him to death. And then Noah went away to his own place, and great lawlessness began to become abundant over all the earth in the days of Ner. And Ner began to worry excessively, especially about the child, saying, how miserable it is for me, eternal Lord, that in my day all lawlessness had begun to become abundant over the earth. And I realized how much nearer our end is, and over all the earth, on account of the lawlessness of the people. And now, Lord, what is the vision about this child? And what is his destiny? And what will I do for him? Is it possible that he too will be joined with us in the destruction? And the Lord heeded Ner and appeared to him in a night vision. He said to him, Ner, the great lawlessness which have come about on the earth among the multitude, which I shall not tolerate. And behold, I desire now to send out a great destruction upon the earth, and everything that stands on the earth shall perish. But concerning the child, don't be anxious, Ner, because in a short while I shall send my, this is archangel, this is Michael, but what does this, it does say ark. Copy. I deleted the Google tab of the food. Well, you didn't delete the Google tab right here. It just changed. Share tab. Paste. What does this mean? Supreme commander. Look at that. Okay, go back to Enoch. And he will take the child. Hey, this sounds like Bone Thugs-n-Harmony Crossroad. Right. And he will take the child and put him in the paradise of Eden, in the paradise where Adam was formerly for 7 years, having heaven open all the time up until he sinned. And this child will not perish along with those who are perishing in this generation, as I has revealed it, so that Melchizedek will be priest to all holy priests, and I will establish him so that he will be the head of priests of the future. Woo! And Near arose from his sleep and blessed the Lord who has appeared to him, saying, Blessed be the Lord, the God of my father. It said, who has told me how he has made a great priest in my day, in the womb of Sophia, my wife, because I have no child in this tribe who might become the great priest. But this is my son, your servant. You are the great God. 71 still? Yes. It says, therefore, honor him together with the servants and the great priest with Set, Enoch, Risa, and Elam, Perdam, Meliel, Sirik, Arsasan, Liam, Enoch, Methuselah, and me, the servant Near. And behold, Melchizedek will be the head of 13 priests, which exists before. And afterward, in the last day, will be another Melchizedek, the first of 12 priests. People gonna say this is Christ, right? And the last will be the head of all. We said this is Christ, a great archpriest, the word and the power of God, who will perform miracles. Sound like Jesus, right? Greater and more glorious than all the previous ones. He, Melchizedek, will be priest and king in the place of Archivan, that is to say, in the center of the earth, where Adam was created, and there will be his final grave. In connection with that archpriest, it is written how he also will be buried there, where the center of the earth is, just as Adam also buried his own son. This is Jesus. It says Abel, whom his brother. Wait, hold on. We say this is Jesus, but it says the center of the earth. Have y'all seen what the earth look like? Like the flat earth, y'all. Now y'all gonna be twisted. Oh, y'all gonna change up your statements that all the earth is round. Now let's go to the flat earth thing. Like the map of the flat earth. I'm happy. This is at first I thought this was gonna be a short flat earth map. And look what's dead smack in the center of the earth. Can I like blow this up? Like, can we like blow it up? No, I don't mean to go there. I want to blow it up. This is some bullshit. What the fuck? I click something and it's like really not clicking. Okay, y'all see the center, right? This look like the center. This right here look like the center of the earth. Center of the earth. Look right here. Center of the earth. So is it really Jesus for all you flat earth people? Center of the earth is just as Adam also buried his own son there. Abel. whom his brother Cain murdered, for he has laid for 3 years unburied, until he saw a bird, Jadal, how he buried his own young. Y'all, that means there's a lot of videos I gotta publish out now. It's a lot, like talking about America, y'all. It's gonna be a lot of videos that I publish out. Know that great confusion has come, and in confusion this generation will come to an end, and everyone will perish, except that Noah, my brother, will be preserved, and afterwards there will be a plenty from his tribe. There will be other people, and there will be another Melchizedek, the head of priests, reigning over the people and performing luxuriously for the Lord. Man, I thought this was gonna be long, but this is not long. That means short. I thought this was gonna be short, but this is long, y'all. It says, when the child has been 40 days and nearest tent, the Lord said to Michael, go down onto the earth to near the priest and take my child Melchizedek, who is with him. Ah! He said, my child. He said, my child. Y'all heard that right. He said, my child. Like, that's mine. That's mine. Ah! Ah! That's my child. He said, that's mine. It says, who is with him, and place him in the paradise of Eden preservation, whatever, for the time is approaching. I will pour out all the water onto the earth, and everything that is on the earth will perish. So I'm about to ask you a question. So is chaos still powerful? Y'all do research about chaos, who chaos is. Seriously. I will help you do the research for y'all. So is chaos powerful since he released all that earth? Did God drain his power? But now I'm gonna ask you a question. So when we go to the end of the book in Revelation, did you know that part will say there is no more sea? That is complete destruction of the abyss, the chaos. And you gonna say, where you get this teaching from? I make sure I show you about Revelations 21 and something, 21 and 1, and this girl did a good teaching of it, and this is actually chaos. What I'm talking about. It says Michael hurried. He came down when it was night, and Near was sleeping on his bed, and Michael appeared to him and said to him, "Thus says the Lord, Near, send the child to me, whom I entrusted to you." It says Near did not realize who was speaking to him, and his heart was confused. And he said, when the people found out about the child, then they will seize him and kill him, because the heart of these people is deceitful in front of the face of the Lord. Near said to the one who was speaking, the child is not with me, and I do not know who you are. And it says, and he said, and he who was speaking to me answered, do not be frightened there. I am the Lord's archangel, like this part right here. It's the Lord has sent me. This is Michael. And behold, I shall take your child to get to that. I will go with him, and I will place him in the paradise of Eden, and there he will be forever. And when the 12th generation shall come into being, and there will be 1,070 years, it says, and there will be born in that generation a righteous man. 1,000 years. And the Lord will tell him that he should to out unto that mountain where stands the ark of Noah, your brother. He will find there another Melchizedek who been living there for 7 years, hiding himself from the people who sacrifice to idols. What the hell? So that they might not kill him. He will bring him out, and he will be the first priest and king in the city Salem in the style of this Melchizedek, the originator of the priest. The years will be completed up to that time. 3,432 from the beginning, and the creation of Adam. And from that Melchizedek, the priest will be 12 in number until the great allurement that it is to say, leader will bring out everything visible and invisible. Really, Bracia? You did it on purpose. And there understood the first dream and believed it. And having answered, Michael said, blessed be the Lord who has glorified you today for me, and now bless your servant near, for we are coming close to departure from this world. And take the child and do to him just as the Lord said to you. And Michael took the child on the same night on which he had come down. He took him on his wings. Hey, Michael got wings. And placed him in the paradise of Eden. And Near got up in the morning and went into his tent, and he did not find the child. And there was, instead of joy, very great grief, because he had no other child except this one. Thus Near ended his life, and he killed himself. And and after him there was no priest among the people, and from that time great confusion arose on the earth. Man, I thought this line was going to be short, and it's not. And it says, and the Lord called Noah upon the Mount Ararat between Assyria and armies in the land of Arabic beside the ocean. He said to him, make there an ark with 300 latels in length and in width 5 lacks, in length 30, and 2 stories in the middle, and its doors are 1 lack. Another lack and 300 for ours also 15,000, and so of theirs 50 more boats. But ours 2,500, and of theirs 330, and but ours 900, and there's a 1 lack, but of ours 50. In agreement with their numerous numbers, the Jews keep their measurements of Noah's ark, just as the Lord said to him, and they carried out all the measurement in the same way in all their revelation, even up to the present. Don't you know how some people, archaeologists saying, is that if only 8 people got into the boat, why are there some people had descendants that is from that time frame? This is all speculation, people, and now this book is clarifying it. It says, the Lord God opened the doors of heaven. Rain came out on the earth for 150 days, and all flesh died. And Noah was in the year 500. He fathered 3 sons, Sem. So they changed the name. Sem, Cam, and Halef. It says, after 100 years after the birth of his 3 sons, he went into the ark in the month, according to the Hebrews. It says, whatever, according to the Egyptian, that on the 18th day. It says, and the ark floated for 40 days. In all, it says, in all they were in the ark for 120 days, and he went into the ark, a son of 600 years, and in the 600 first year of his life, he went out from the ark in the fourth in the month of this, according to the Egyptians, but in the Hebrew blank on Nisan on the 28th day, and after the flood, he lived 350 years and he died, and he lived in all 950 years according to the Lord of our God, and to him be glory from the beginning and now and until the end of the whole era. Amen. Oh, get that off the screen, please. Oh, we got 1 people watching. Hey. So we're almost about to wrap up. So I'm just going to put this up right here. I'm going to put this up. And then I will tell you to repent. And thank you for watching. and watch the next video. I'll see y'all in the evening. No, not in the evening, in the afternoon.